right back into a panic attack because... Hi friends, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Eva, and today I thought it would be a great idea to start another 24-hour readathon. I've only done one other 24-hour readathon in the past. I've been kind of behind on my Goodreads reading goal. I am, to be exact, 4 books behind schedule because in December I've read Never by Jessa Hastings, which has kind of put me in the biggest reading slump for the following months. I was able to read, but just not as much as I usually do. A few weeks ago I've gotten out of my reading slump, so I want to use that new motivation I have and to read, hopefully, 4 books in those 24 hours. I don't want to read 24 hours straight because my mental health is important to me and my mental health is pretty dependent on my sleep schedule. I got my breakfast here. I'm also currently listening to Verity by Colleen Hoover. Let it focus. I'm only like 1 hour into it, but it's pretty tense so far. Without talking much further, I will reset the clock and I will start my 24-hour readathon. I'm a little bit scared, so wish me luck. Alright, I'm gonna press start and I'm also gonna press start on my audiobook. Can I do it at the same time? Let me see. Ah, it was not at the same time. Here we go. What it is about Colleen Hoover's books, but they're sometimes just so weird and over the top, and especially the spice scenes. I don't know, I'm not a fan. So I have 3 hours and 40 minutes left of Verity, but I will stop it for now. On my physical TBR for April were these 4 books. I'm not sure if I will pick one now because there are also a few other books on my TBR, which are, for example, Heartstopper Volume 5. I've just recently bought this and I'm really excited about it. You can see me buy it in my latest vlog. Like, I've uploaded my first like real life vlog and not like reading vlog. Then I've also bought a few books on my Kindle. Maybe I'll start a few books and then change my mind. I didn't mention this in the intro, but I'm currently on my period. I'm not feeling as well, so I just want to curl up in my bed and read, which was the reason why I came to the idea to do this 24-hour readathon in the first place. Let's start reading something. Okay, I have read for 20 more minutes, so not that much. I have started the Cruel Prince series and I'm super excited about it. Like, I've heard so many people rave about these books and I'm super excited to see if I will love it just as much. But I am having a pretty good feeling so far. But we'll see. Like, I'm only 4% in, so yeah, we'll see. I am 33% into The Cruel Prince, and like, what I really like about it, it's really true enemies to lovers. Like, I've heard it many times before that Carden and Jude are true enemies before they get to the lovers part. I can't imagine how it's going to happen that they're going to become lovers, because Carden is literally bullying Jude, bullying her with his friends. I don't know how to root for that, but I'm also really intrigued. I find him a very interesting character. I will be eating dinner now, but afterwards I will continue.
You left the kitchen light on and it's 2 to go with it. It's better in your arms. Hold me when I'm scared. Will I be safe if I find a way to keep us both like this? 'Cause I can't imagine
morning. So let me give you a little update of my reading so far. I've read a bit more when I was laying in bed last night and a bit more this morning. I am now at 16 hours and 28 minutes, so I've read for 7.5 hours, if I'm not wrong. I've also finished The Cruel Prince. Yay! I really loved it. I can totally see why the series is so hyped, but there were a few things that I didn't quite enjoy as much, but that was possibly more of a personal thing. What didn't make this a 5-star book for me was that I couldn't 100% relate to Jude. I really liked that she was as badass as she was. She was really tough. The thing for me personally is that I don't really enjoy when main characters in fantasy books are always this tough. Because I'm personally such a sensitive person, I'm always like super easily scared. And I don't think I would be this way if I would have grown up in a fantasy world. So I don't really relate to these kind of characters. I would be more like a Neville kind of character. I really relate to Neville. I really see myself in him. I just wish that main characters in fantasy books would have more of that, like, oh yeah, I am scared, and oh yeah, I am overwhelmed of the situation. I just really miss that sometimes. And another thing that I didn't like 100% love was the whole setting was this beautiful magical fairy tale world, but the fairies are only awake at night. Our main character can't see that well at night because she's human, but the fairies can see very well at night. But we, as like the main character, we only see darkness most of the time. But yeah, that's just a little small detail. Besides that, I completely enjoyed it. The plot was like super intense, that it wasn't as focused on romance as I expected. I expected like really heavy enemies to lovers romance. It was so much more focused on the fantasy aspect, and the romance felt more like a little side plot. We'll see how it continues in the next books. It's already pretty late again, but I will still eat my breakfast now and continue listening to Verity by Colleen Hoover, and then I will pick my next read. Alrighty, so I am done with breakfast. So now let's pick my next read. So yeah, those are all of the books that I hope to read at some point this month. Yellowface as well, but Yellowface is not on my TBR for the 24-hour reading blog because my friend and I are buddy reading it and we're talking about each chapter while we're reading it, so it wouldn't make sense to read it in a 24-hour reading blog. Maybe first I'll start today with Heartstopper Volume 5 because that's a really quick one. I really hope I can still remember everything that happened before the 5th one. Like, I'm not 100% sure that I remember every single detail that has happened before this one. We'll see how it goes. Just a few pages in and I'm already almost crying. This is going so well. Oh, hi Nox. Come. Hear me now. Hear me out. Make you way back, you can never get that far. I see. I just love them so much. Oh my gosh. It's insane what kind of connection you can build up towards a couple over like 5 volumes of graphic novels and 2 seasons of TV show. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with them. They're just everything. They're just absolutely everything.
Oh, so slow. If you can hear me now, just take my hand and take it all away. If you can hear me now, I know that I just cannot stay. Make you right back, you can never get for. See, now we're on the wrong track, I'm going.
This series is unlike any other. I am done with Heartstopper. It was such a ride. It was absolutely emotional. I was so into it, and it was the perfect break from reading novels. Just a little graphic novel. It felt so good, honestly. I really want to rewatch the TV show now, and I'm so excited for the 3rd season, and I'm so excited for the continuation of this graphic novel. Alice Oseman just has the talent of making really casual teenage stuff feel so real and relatable. I don't know what she puts in these. Reading these makes me feel so set back to my teenage years, and it makes all of these emotions come up. I don't know how you do that with like just drawings and a little text. This series is perfect. 5 stars. Absolutely adored it. If you haven't read it yet, what are you doing with your life? Honestly, pick it up. You just need to feel the magic. I have 14 hours and 44 minutes left, which looks really funny on this clock. And now I thought I would read a little bit of a smaller book. So for my next read, I picked Days at the Morizaki Bookshop by Satoshi Yakizawa. I just really feel like reading something cozy, reading something that's gonna feel like a warm cup of tea. And I feel like that's exactly what this is going to be. It's about a 25-year-old woman whose boyfriend is suddenly getting married, and she's moving above the bookshop of her uncle. I think she's not really a reader up until this point, and I think she's going to become a reader at some point, hopefully. And yeah, I feel like it's just gonna be really good vibes and something really positive and uplifting. At least that are my hopes for this one. And yeah, I would say let's start reading it right away so we don't lose any more time. Let's go. It is another day, day 3 to be exact, and I'm still processing Verity. I'm not feeling great at all. It was spice scene after spice scene after spice scene, and it was so disgusting spice. Like, the spice was really horrible. Even worse than the spice was the abuse in this book. How could you write something like this, Colleen? How? The mother in this book had twins, and she was really not connecting to one of the children. She was like loving the one twin and hated the other, and the one twin she hated, like, she abused very horribly. Like, it was It was super traumatizing. And on top of that, which was the worst thing to me personally, the reason she was abusing her child this horribly was because the girl was autistic. And she couldn't show enough emotions for the mother to connect with her child. It was really super uneducated, ableist bullshit. She was always talking about the fact on repeat that the reason she's hating her child so much is because the girl can't show any emotions. I have no words. It was the worst thing I have ever read. It traumatized me so much because I'm a neurodivergent person myself. Triggering people like that just because you want to write a catchy story is beyond me. I just don't understand. It's sending me right back into a panic attack because I just can't stop thinking about this book because it was so bad. I have to give it a star, so it's 1 star. But like, I don't understand how you could think it was a great idea to use autism as the reason she's abusing her child like that and not give it any educational purpose, especially because there are children who are being abused in a similar way because they are autistic. And I don't understand how you can just use that as entertainment and not like reflect it in any way. Like, there was no reflection anywhere in this book. And on top of that, I hated every single character. Every single character was horrible. That really is an experience I would just like to delete out of my brain. It was the worst book I have ever read, and I honestly thought that Never was the worst book I've ever read, but Never was just bad. This was gruesome and horrible and traumatizing. This was something completely different. And like, people say this stuff about A Little Life, but A Little Life is a book that like really reflects itself. Jude is someone who like really tries to like figure his way out. That makes a world of a difference. If a book is just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna bring the plot forward and use this and this and this to make it like super catchy and like blow your mind, or to use abuse and like similar experiences as a way to like help people deal with it and like reflect it. On a more positive note, I am currently reading Days at the Morizaki Bookshop, and I'm listening to lo-fi music while reading this, and it's perfect. It gives me all of the cozy vibes I need in my life. It's my lifesaver right now, honestly. I'm super excited to continue this now and to delete Verity out of my brain forever, hopefully. I have 11 hours and 26 minutes left, and I hope to read for at least 6 hours today, so wish me luck. And with 10 hours and 30 minutes left, I am done with Days at the Morizaki Bookshop. This was kind of exactly what I needed right now. It sometimes, because it was so short, didn't go into too much detail, which I was kind of missing. And also some characters were introduced very suddenly and became like a very big part of the plot very suddenly. And I really enjoyed the beginning the most, where Takako was working at the bookshop. I won't go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil you, but the beginning part was definitely my favorite. At the end I was kind of getting a bit bored because it was so much focusing on characters that we didn't really know from the beginning, but I did really enjoy it, and I did have a great time reading it with my lo-fi music in the background, and it was just such a vibe. I've rated this one 3.5 stars. And now, because I felt so traumatized from Verity, I thought it would be a really good time and point to start Tilly in Technicolor, which is a story about a girl with ADHD and a boy with autism, and I think they're gonna fall in love, and this sounds like the book I have been waiting for, because it's a girl with ADHD and I'm a girl with ADHD and I've never read about a girl with ADHD. Like, there are literally almost no books about girls with ADHD. Like, if there are books about ADHD, it's always the men having it. And yeah, let's get into this, I would say. only on page 3 and I already feel so seen.
This land is your land. This land is my land too. When we're sleeping in my minivan, it does not seem true.
I'm on page 5 and I'm already crying. What is happening? Oh.
Free rangers, infinite strangers, living out over the edge of the world.
It's a bit later at night and I have read a bit of Tilly in Technicolor. I am currently on page 100. I have tapped a lot so far. To say I'm having an amazing time would be an understatement. I have 7 hours and 17 minutes left, but I really need to take a break because I'm having a huge migraine because of my period. I'll be back with an update tomorrow and give you some more of my thoughts on this one. Good morning. I've woken up with a horrible migraine again. I'm feeling a bit woozy and like a little bit disoriented. My brain just hurts. So I'm not sure how much reading I will be able to get done today, because I definitely want to read this one physically because I'm just really having a great time like tabbing everything that I relate to. So because of that, I thought I would get like a really short audiobook. I got The Swimmers by Julie Otsuka. And yeah, I've never heard about this book at all. So this is gonna be a little surprise on how good it is. I didn't even check the Goodreads ratings for this one, and it's 2 hours when I listen to it on 2 times speed. I hope I can fit it into the 24 hours and then still finish this one. If you've heard about this book, like please let me know in the comments. And also if you've read anything that I've read already, or if you want to read anything that I've read already, let me know in the comments your thoughts about the books I'm reading. Like I would just love to discuss it all with you. So yeah, let's go, I would say. Hello and welcome to another day. I just ate breakfast and I had a doctor's appointment earlier, but I wasn't so clever to bring my book to the doctor's appointment. But at least I read a little bit during breakfast, and I've read a little bit more yesterday at night. And when I was like getting ready for bed, I was listening to the audiobook. And The Swimmers is a little weird. Like I'm not 100% sure what is happening in this book, because first it was about this group of people who like love to swim and who always go to this one specific pool, and then there starts being like a crack in the pool, and I thought it would continue being about that, but now it's about a dementia clinic. I'm super confused. I don't understand anything. I mean, there is this one person who was a swimmer who like has dementia, but I'm still like super confused. I now have 4 hours and 29 minutes left. I would say, without like talking much more, let's get into reading. I'm still reading Tilly in Technicolors, or Technicolor, not Technicolors. Yeah, and I hope to finish it today in those 4 hours, and then also finish The Swimmers. I think it's possible. I have 45 minutes left of The Swimmers. Let's start reading.
Mercedes, but I'll ride for you now. Double tick and then you say that you don't. Tell me everything you're thinking about. If I'm making a mistake, call it out, call it out. Tell me what you need in my time. On my side, just know you got a seat in my pride. I'll reserve for your friends, get the backseat.
I only got a few pages left and something has happened. And now I'm a little bit scared of what's gonna happen at the end. Finished with this one. I have 1 hour and 17 minutes left on the clock, and I have about 20 minutes left on the swimmers. I will be giving you my full thoughts at the end of this video because I really just want to get through this time. I want to fill the complete 24 hours, so I'm thinking, what can I read that's going to fill the time that I can actually finish? And there's this book on Kindle on sale, which my friend recommended to me because she's currently reading it. It's The Sad Ghost Club. And I thought it looked really cute, and I also saw her screenshotting one of the pages for her Insta story, and I really like the quotes in this one. Like, it was so cute, and it's a graphic novel. It has 250 pages. So I'm hoping I'll be able to get through this in 45 minutes and then listen to the rest of Swimmers while I'm getting ready for bed tonight, and hopefully then have finished the 24 hours, which would just be great at this point. Like, I'm enjoying reading so much, but I just really want to take a break, if you know what I mean. So I would say let's start The Sad Ghost Club. I'm super excited for this one. I think it's gonna be a really cute one. Alright, I'm finished with The Sad Ghost Club and I have 49 minutes left, which is a really sucky number because I just have 29 minutes in my audiobook left, and then I will have 20 minutes to read another book, and I don't see myself doing that. So I will probably just turn down the speed. Like, it's currently at 2 times speed, my audiobook. It's now at 1.2 times speed, and I now have 48 minutes and 22 seconds left, which will make me almost finish the readathon. Maybe I'll do 1.115 so I like actually finish the readathon. So I'll probably get ready for bed now and then finish the 24-hour readathon. I'm finished! Can you believe it? I am done with the 24-hour readathon. Oh, it's such a good feeling. Here are all of the books that I've read. I have read 7 books. How is that even possible? The last time I did this, I read 3 books. I'm not complaining. I'm super happy. So let me review the books that I haven't reviewed yet, because there were a few. So first of all, let's talk about Tilly in Technicolor. Oh, I think you can already tell by my face. Like, this book, this is exactly what I needed after being so heartbroken and shook and traumatized by Verity. This is how you represent neurodivergent people. This is how you do it. This. If you're interested in a neurodivergent topic or like are a neurodivergent person yourself, please pick this up. Like, do yourself a favor and pick this up. It was absolutely fantastic. And even if you don't have any connection to ADHD or autism, this was still such a cute love story. Everything about this was absolutely perfect. Like, as you can see, I've tapped the hell out of it. Like, I couldn't stop tapping it. Like, there were so many things I related to. It was insane. Like, it was insane. Also, thanks to Anna for buying me this book for my birthday. It was the best birthday gift. Yeah. So yeah, 5 out of 5 stars. I think it's obvious. let's move on to the next one. And then the Sad Ghost Club. What a cute graphic novel. Like, it was made for people with anxiety. I myself have an anxiety disorder. I really related to this one. It was so cute and also very funny at times. There wasn't too much content in it, which is the reason I didn't give it like 5 stars, but it was definitely a 4-star read for me, and I will definitely continue the graphic novel series. Thanks to Sophie for recommending this to me. And then the last book I have finished in this readathon was The Swimmers. Bit of a difficult one. Like, I didn't expect it to go so much into the dementia topic. I'm always super scared that I'm gonna get certain sicknesses, illnesses, whatever. Like, I just needed to switch off while listening to this and not like turn my brain on so much, because if I would have turned my brain on a bit more, I would have been very scared. For people who have experienced dementia in their family or something like that, it could be helpful to read this, and it could be helpful to like process it all. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Also, the writing style was a little bit weird. Like, it was very repetitive and short. So yeah, I ended up rating this 2 stars. It just wasn't for me. I am now 2 books ahead on my Goodreads reading goal, and it's such a good feeling. Like, I'm not stressed to the core anymore, which feels so good. Thank you so much for watching. It was so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, it would mean so much if you left a like on this video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my videos. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!